this Madden 25, but I wanted to do something different today. I am in franchise mode, bringing you a gameplay of the number 2 overall pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Unicorn, the Shohei Ohtani of football, Duval, that boy, Travis Hunter, and we are going to be facing off against his quarterback in college, that boy Shedeur Sanders, who ended up going in the 5th round. But I'm thinking about doing a mini-series with this where I take a draft pick from this year's NFL draft and do a gameplay with them. So let me know down in the comments right here, right now, what player do you want to see next? Can it be Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Ashton Genty? Let me know and I'll try to do my best to bring you another gameplay. But I'm also going to try to make the rosters a little more up to date, because right now Nick Chubb is still back there running a rock instead of Judkins, and I'm going to strip the ball loose. Will you look at this boy Travis Hunter already making plays? It's time to come out on offense and do our thing as well. So you might be wondering, how in the world do I have Travis Hunter playing offense and defense in franchise mode? I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial at the end of the video so you'll be able to see exactly how I did that. But it's pretty much the same as I did back on Madden 24 when I shouted out Margie's after I saw his video on the way he ended up doing a two-way player. And look at that boy Hunter going up and making that catch. That is what I'm talking about, baby. And now I'm trying to run this route to the end zone, calling for the ball, and I make the catch for the touchdown. I'm celebrating and dancing in that end zone after that touchdown, and now we are kicking that thing back off to the Cleveland Browns. Do you think Shedeur Sanders should have been waiting to the 5th round to get called to the Browns? Give me that! The user, 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 the user. I am taking that thing all the way back in that end zone again. Imagine the first time that Travis Hunter has a pick 6 and a touchdown on offense in the same game. It feels like the Jags are going to let him play on offense and defense. Now, we don't know how many snaps yet. We don't know how often he'll be out there on both sides of the ball. But the Jags are definitely embracing the fact that he can play on offense and defense. Now, back to that Shedeur thing. It's been all kinds of reports that he did terrible in the interviews. You know, he's not a great athlete, all of that good stuff. But I still do not think that he should have went all the way in the 5th round. I'm like, wow, dude, they must not really like this dude, or maybe it's Dion too, who knows? And you see I'm on that punt return too. You can put yourself on the punt return, the kick return, offense, defense. We are trying to do it all, and he is launching that thing deep. What an arm! How far did Trevor Lawrence even throw that thing, bruh? I could not believe it. But we are trying to get down that field once again with a 14-0 lead. And you know my Dallas Cowboys, we went out and got a lineman in the 1st round. But he does sound like a dog. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think the pick that hurt me the most was Cam Skattebo going to the New York Giants. I'm like, come on, dude. He was one of my favorite college players this season. Dude went absolutely bananas with Arizona State, put it all on the line in that playoff game, and now he's on the New York Giants. And now I'm trying to stiff arm, breaking tackles, and look at this boy Hunter. He is unbelievable. difficulty on all Madden, but I also made Travis Hunter a 99 overall. So this dude is absolutely beasted out here. You see me helping out with that tackle in the backfield. 3rd down and 4. We need to try to get a stop. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and they are breaking all kinds of tackles before getting that first down reception. Let's see if Shedeur Sanders will be able to get this team in the end zone. They are doing any and everything that they can on 3rd and 5. Here's Sanders trying to run the ball. Boy coming up making the hit on his former quarterback. So they did end up taking a field goal. And here I am on the kick return. I was trying to get around that corner, but you see the pursuit is crazy by these Cleveland Browns. And look at me on that route. I would have been wide open. If he would have waited one more second, Lawrence would have saw me. I would have still been high stepping to the end zone right now. But instead, we are going to have to punt the ball with less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Will the Browns be able to get anything else on the board here? You know, we're trying to lock up on defense. He's throwing it over the middle, and they break a tackle. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. I'm like, okay, nah. We cannot let these Browns come back. You know, Shedeur Sanders has some magic in him. You know who his father is, prime time, but he ends up getting sacked. And they are taking a long field goal at the end of the half, and it is no good. So we are starting this 3rd quarter off with the ball up 21-3. I think everything is looking pretty good for us so far. And on this return, Hunter trying to get around the corner again. Dude has 99 speed. You know, I juiced him up. I'm trying to run these routes. He's going to find my boy Kirk, and he's getting the first down. I felt like I had a nice little route going. I'm open and calling for the... Cut that music off! You better not have been singing the user. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Lawrence, you got to put a little more air on that thing. Look at me. I had my man beat by like 3-4 yards. But now Sanders has the ball with an opportunity, throwing it into the flats. And I'm going to come up and make that tackle. I'm still doing my thing out here, the most that I can do. You know, I've scored a touchdown running the ball, catching the ball, and the pick six. But now there is a flag on the play, and it is going to be illegal contact on me. So I do have the little player lock. You know, you change the camera angle by pushing up and down on the D-pad. And there's another flag.
Holding offense.
This time it is going to be on the Browns, and that one's going to cost them a lot. Making it 3rd and 20 instead of getting a first down. But on offense, all you do is you basically go to the player that you want to be player locked on, and you double click the left stick. You have to push like L3 or whatnot, and then you will be player locked on the guy you want. And look at this, the kicker is missing yet another field goal. It looked like a replay from right before halftime, didn't it? On the jet sweep. That boy Hunter using his speed trying to hurdle somebody. And we finally get taken down. But we are driving down this field, trying to put an end to this. Did you see me? I was wide open again, man. This dude, Trevor Lawrence, don't be looking up. But I'm going to try to run to that end zone again, calling for the ball, and this time, I am going to make the catch for another score.
What? You do that dance? What? You do that dance? You do that dance? What? You do that dance? What? You do that dance? What? You
This unicorn on Travis Hunter is on another level, and we are going for two just to be disrespectful. I'm gonna have to pick this dude up in fantasy, ain't I? Out here getting all these touchdowns, making plays on offense and defense. And let's see what Shadur is gonna respond with. Oh, look, I'm going to my settings to show you that I am on all Madden simulation. I know I always have some haters thinking I'm playing on rookie or whatnot, but you know I always do this. As soon as I show the difficulty, it seems like the CPU always comes back and makes a big play, but I'm risking it right here trying to blitz, and they run it the other way. That boy Chubb with the stiff arm, and he is in that end zone. I know that should have been Quinshon Judkins or Dylan Sampson, but like I said before, I'm gonna do a better job of getting the roster more accurate. Look at me on that jet sweep again, hitting the stiff arm. But we are not gonna be able to get the first down. So we have to give the ball right back to the Browns after we failed on third down. But I feel like all we need to do is get like one more stop, and we should be good out here, right? But wait! There's Judy down the sideline, using his speed, and they get a score! Shadur Sanders is trying to be clutch. I'm like, please do not let this happen. We cannot blow this game. Maybe I can run it back. I get a decent return right there, but we're still throwing the ball. Probably a mistake. No! Trevor, if you throw our way, we are gonna make you pay. That's exactly what we do. That is exactly what the Browns were saying after that interception. Trevor Lawrence with a bad throw. I didn't even call for that one. And look, they're trying to do something on this drive. Can the Cleveland Browns really make this epic comeback over Travis Hunter and the new look Jags? That one's gonna be incomplete. Maybe he'll throw us another interception. Third and goal. Shadur stepping up in the pocket on the run, and he finds Judy again.
Holy moly.
My, oh my, this is not looking good at all, but we are over 100 yards receiving, a couple touchdowns, and we're trying to keep that thing on the ground to make sure that the Browns use up all of their timeouts. But we're still trying to throw the ball right here. Toe tapping on the sideline. I know you like that, bruh. 3rd and 5, we need another first. And you know who Lawrence is going to. The number 2 overall pick. Travis Hunter still doing his thing. 3rd down and 5. We really need it right here. And I am going to get the catch. That'll end the game. What a clutch moment here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm still trying to rub it in. 1-on-1. I don't make the catch, but it don't matter. You want to know. We're gonna walk out of here with a W. We came, we saw, and we conquered. Shadur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns, even though he had a pretty good game, 2 touchdowns, that 1 interception. But this boy Travis Hunter, by land, by air, by sea, whatever. You see, I had 2 touchdowns receiving. I had 1 rushing. I had the interception returned all the way and a forced fumble. But here's a quick look at what you have to do in franchise. So of course you want to do a draft class. I downloaded one that had like all of the rookies. So first off, Travis Hunter is listed as a wide receiver. You want to go to manage player and edit, change his position to cornerback. Then go over to the depth chart. You see he's no longer a wide receiver, but he is showing up at corner. But you want to go down to slot cornerback and make sure you switch him to the top of the depth chart. under this category, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Travis Hunter is sitting right there. And now you want to go back to manage player edit again and change him back to a wide receiver. Then back to the depth chart, you see he's a wide out. He's not listed as a corner, but if I go to slot corner, there's a blank spot. And that means you did it correctly. So drop a like and sub if you haven't. Let me know who you want to see next. And take me out of here, Siri!
That's nasty. Peace.